Hi, my name's Cal. This is Cal's Puppy Adventures, a brand new channel we're just starting with myself and my boyfriend Ryan, who you will meet later. On this channel, we're going to be showing you our reselling journey. We started on eBay last year and it's been going pretty well. I've just started going full time with reselling, so we do mostly eBay right now. We are trying to break into Whatnot. We've sold on Whatnot a couple of times, but it hasn't been very profitable yet. So we're hoping that with this channel and uploading on TikTok and stuff, that we will be able to get a following on Whatnot, so we can also start selling there. We go to the Goodwill bins pretty regularly. That's kind of where we get most of our product, just because it's the winter time in Pennsylvania. So there aren't really many flea markets or yard sales or anything happening right now. But that content will be coming as soon as it's not 25 degrees outside. The flea market we also sell at the flea market during flea market season, and that starts like the middle or end of March. So that content will be coming soon as well. Today, to start this channel off, I did go to the Goodwill bins today, so I will insert that footage here. Here we are at the bins. I just start sorting through stuff. That's what you gotta do at the bins. Just start moving stuff out of the way and hunting for something valuable. I stared at this for an uncomfortably long time, thinking maybe it was something, but turns out no. Without the actual thing it's supposed to go in, it is useless. I also look in every bag just to make sure I'm not missing anything. I considered this rug for my home for a minute, but it looked a little faded and just passed on it. I picked this up because I was hoping I would be able to find what belongs inside of it. As an elder millennial, pogs are very important to me, so I did hope to find it. I never did, but I grabbed the box just in case. I also stared at this shirt for an uncomfortably long time, looking for a tag, but I did not find one, so I eventually just left it, because I usually do try to pick up anime stuff if I think it looks valuable, but that just kind of looked like whatever. I always look at bags for some reason. Bags catch my eye. Of course, this mask. At the time, I didn't know what it was. It looked vaguely familiar to me, but I'm a traitor to being an elder millennial, but I don't really like hocus pocus, so I didn't recognize it at first, but I will always pick up masks if they're in good condition. I considered these shoes for my boyfriend Ryan because he needs new boots, but they were not his size. Part of the bin game is mostly just sorting through landfill ready junk in hopes that you'll find something semi-decent. And I'll pick up DVDs sometimes. I don't need the Texas Chainsaw Massacre though. Although we did find a Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 VHS once, and that sold, that's still for sale on eBay. So if you're interested in that, check out our eBay link below. I did pick up this notebook because I'm a sucker for a notebook. Can't pass it up. I did consider this notebook for my daughter, but I think she's pretty much on her way out of the Hello Kitty phase, sadly. So I left it because I didn't think she would be excited about it. I did pick up this Coco book. I usually pick up Disney products if they look nice, and this was in like perfect condition, which is rare in the bins, so snagged that. I did pick up my friend Huggy Wuggy here, but as you can see, his leg is almost completely ripped off, so I did leave him sad. Apologies for my phone charm dangling in the camera's view, my bad. I do consider bins sometimes, but then I found these tools, so I always sell them at the flea market. The flea market loves tools. So I did consider this bin, but I couldn't find a lid for it nearby, so I just left it. I considered this, but There was no tag on it, and it felt like it was from a carnival, like it had that really stiff stuffing in it, so I just left it. Because I will usually pick up Minecraft stuff if I find it. I consider this little nerd guy. I guess he's filled with nerds or something from Easter, but I left him. I did pick up this hat. I usually pick up Harry Potter stuff if it looks good, but I didn't see any tags for it, so I just left it. I considered those Crocs too for a second, but they were really dirty. My daughter needs new Crocs. Here I found this fabric. There was a bunch of loose fabrics in here, and I picked this one up, and I was like, oh, I love this. But then I like kind of was like, what do I need it for? Is it gonna sell? Probably not. So I left it, and then I kept looking for it, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I go back and I pick it up and I put it in my cart. And then I kept digging, and I found some similar vibed fabrics here, like retro vintage style. I don't know if they are vintage fabrics, but the style is cool. I don't know what I'll do with them. Maybe I'll sell them. Maybe if we get into like an antique mall or something or get a booth somewhere, those would be cool to sell for a couple bucks if I want to sell them because I like them so much. I don't really do clothes at the bins very much. Occasionally, if I dig a minute and I find something cool, but this guy, I say later about him, but upon research, it turns out he's missing his Santa jacket, so he's probably gonna go to the flea market. Bummer. Disney thing, put it back, not valuable. I considered that Shirley Temple sheet music for a minute, but more on nostalgia than knowing it has any value. I do look at CDs sometimes for myself, sometimes to sell, but usually I don't find much of value in the bins. Occasionally I do. I found Together on a cassette. Well, Ryan did at the bins. That was probably the most exciting thing we've ever found. Well, for me anyway. I don't know who else would be that excited about Together on cassette. Nothing. This guy was cool. He had a little hat on, but not valuable. Sometimes I consider vintage Tupperware, but this was a spirit horse, but I didn't think it had any value without any of the pieces it's supposed to come with. I was mesmerized by this magazine for a minute. I don't know why. This is when they just set up the bins and everyone dives in. I considered this for a minute, but it was really heavy. It probably would have cost more than $5, so that is not worth it for me at the bins. Of course, we check drawers, see if there's anything in there. One time I found Lady Gaga perfume in like a drawer box like that. I made sure there was no pet ashes in there because I have a pet in a box like that, so I didn't want to leave a pet in there if there were ashes in there. I did pick up this bag. I always look at bags. I did consider this contraption for a minute, but I picked it up and it was really sticky, so I just left it. I did pick this guy up, but he didn't have any value, so I ended up throwing him back before I even left the store. And I picked this up. Not a whole lot of value, but they're really cute and in good condition. And anybody want some pretzels? Yum, bin pretzels. I forgot my microphone today, so it's a voiceover, but from here on out I hope to remember my microphone. But today I just wanted to show you everything I actually got at the bins. So I can show you all that now. Honestly, please excuse our mess. This is our eBay mess of stuff we still have to list. We live in a very small house, so the places to put things is not a lot. We also have like a shed and garage where we have our stuff, so it's a lot. But first of all, today I got these. These are ice skates. I don't think that they're brand new ooh, because there is like a stain on it here and here. But I will obviously be cleaning that up before I even attempt to list it. But I've never sold ice skates before, so I have no idea how that's going to go for me. I found this O'Neill backpack. It's pretty cool. It looks kind of vintage. Whoever had it definitely loved it because it's very faded on the bottom. There is like a light stain right there, so I will definitely clean this up before I try to list it. And if it's not, eBay worthy, like I said, I am trying to start Whatnot. I think that would be a good thing for Whatnot or the flea market. I won't get good money for it, but we just want things to sell. I got a pair of Air Force Ones today. They're white. I'm definitely going to give them an oxy bath. I did that with a pair of Air Force Ones we have listed on eBay right now recently. So it worked out pretty well. There's only like a little bit of a fray here. So they obviously won't go for like, how much brand new Air Force Ones sell for, but I got these muck boots. These are just for me. I need a new pair of like rain boots. Sorry, my cat's hair's everywhere. I need a new pair of rain boots. Um, and I love muck boots. They're amazing. So got those. This is totally crazy. I used to have a Zune back in the day. I know I'm showing my age. Um, but this is like a Zune speaker. And I didn't even know that they made a Zune speaker. It's just crazy. I don't know how it works. I think I'd need to like put a battery in it or something, but get an adapter for my iPhone. See if it works with my iPhone. I got this Star Wars Bust Ups Microbus model kit. I didn't actually look this up. I'll put the comp in the corner if there is one. I usually pick up these Hallmark keepsake ornaments. They're not all worth anything, but some of them are. This one I did look up and it does have a sell rate. So I got these candles, these Agul candles. They're the ones that are in these little like tins and they smell really nice. I have one in my personal candle collection, but there were some listed. I didn't see any that sold, but I don't try to let that deter me all the time because there has been a few times where I have sold something that has no solds on eBay. I got this Coco Stuck on Stories book. I don't know if I'm going to use this for eBay or the flea market, or I might save it for Whatnot. It's kind of cool. It's all there, which is rare to find at the bins for sure. I got this Peter Pan Choose Your Own Adventure book. I remember these hardcover books from when I was a kid, but I don't remember Choose Your Own Adventure books. But it's in really good condition. If it doesn't sell on eBay, I'll probably do a Whatnot. Hopefully, not everything goes to the flea market. This is an ET storybook. It's featuring pictures from the movie. I didn't look this up either. If it has a sold comp, I'll put it right here. If it's not like super valuable, I might just keep it because it's kind of cool. I have ET on VHS, so they could like be companions. I usually try to pick up Bibles, especially one that's really nice put together, like this one. It's got like full page illustrations and stuff in it. It has a bit of a sell through rate. I think it was like 15, 20 bucks. So I also got this old TV guide. I don't know, it's just super nostalgic. All of these old pictures. um, TV guides do sell on eBay. They don't sell for a lot, maybe like 5, 10 bucks. Depends on what it is, what's the cover is, but it's a special issue, so I don't know, how these things go. I usually pick up Spirit Halloween stuff that's wrapped in a package if I see it. because usually Spirit Halloween stuff, they don't always carry it from year to year. So if it's stuff that isn't something that you can find every year at the Spirit, usually it will sell kind of well. These do have some solds on eBay, so hopefully we can get someone to buy that from us. I found this Victoria's Secret tote bag. It looks like it had like a love spell set in it, but it's obviously empty. But I usually always grab Victoria's Secret stuff. Some people like it for the nostalgia. If it's not an older one, I don't know, it could be a whatnot thing or it's a flea market thing. You just never know. Um, I got this Elvis dog. I almost said bear. I got this Elvis dog. He's one of those animatronic ones. When you press the button, he like sings and dances. I do have to replace his batteries to find out if he does work, which I hope he does because I love these things. And I've had some luck selling like dancing classic vintage animatronic things like this. I've sold a couple on eBay, even without sell-throughs. So hopefully he's worth something. If he is, I'll put it right here. If not, he's just funny and cute, and I'll take it to the flea market. I got Deer Hunter on VHS. This is for my personal collection. I've been trying to bulk up my my VHS collection as well. This is just an Adidas duffel bag. It's a little dirty, so it's definitely going to need an oxy bath. But I usually have luck with duffel bags like this. So, and if not, flea market, or if we start doing whatnot, that'll be fun. This is a Gryffindor scarf. Usually if I see Harry Potter stuff, I will pick it up. I usually have pretty good luck with Harry Potter stuff. I actually just sold a scarf that was the Black Family Tree on eBay. We just sold it this week. So that was fun. That was a really cool find. I usually pick up Halloween masks like this when I see them, especially if they're in really good condition, which this one is. Even like the netting on the back isn't torn or anything. There's no tears inside. So these are really cool and they sell kind of well on eBay. It depends, you know. It's probably not the season. Hopefully it'll sell maybe around October. Just a quick add-on that turns out it is a Hocus Pocus mask, like an officially licensed product, and it sells on eBay for like $85 with tags. Ours doesn't have tags, but it is in perfect condition, so that's a good find. You never know what you find at the bins. I will say I don't go to the bins to find stuff that I think is going to sell for a ton of money. That is like super rare. The Goodwill bins for stuff for eBay, we usually have a lot of luck selling a lot of small things instead of like a few large items. Like one time I found a scarf from Alexander McQueen. I almost said Steve McQueen. That's the actor. Alexander McQueen is the designer, and I found a scarf from him uh, that had skulls all over it. It was really cool. I'll insert a picture here, and it sold on eBay for $120, and I found it at the bins, which is virtually I paid a penny for it. Maybe it's pretty much weightless. So stuff like that does happen at the bins, but it is super rare, and I definitely don't go to the bins expecting anything like that. I expect things that will sell for like $15-$20. Like if it sells for more than 100, that's like a really lucky day and a really lucky find. Um, this is kind of random, but this is my uncle's race series. He's been running it obviously for over 30 years now, and I can't believe I found I found these at the bins. This is like family history kind of at the Goodwill bins. Random, so random. I always pick these up if I see them at the bins. I know they're cheap and you can get them on Amazon, but I always get them for free at the bins because I just absolutely love. I like these bags. I collect them. What else do I have in here? I have some tools. I always pick these up, even if they're not anything that will sell on eBay. The flea market loves tools, so I will always get tools. I got a little, you guys will meet Ryan, but Ryan is a collector of Hot Wheels. I don't know if you can tell our Hot Wheels collection going on here. So anytime that I see Hot Wheels, the bins, I will pick them up no matter what they are because, oops, Ryan is the collector, so he knows about them. I don't. Unfortunately, this one looks broken, which is probably why it was still in there. But I pick these things up anyway because if he doesn't sell them on eBay, um, he will sell them at the flea market or he will just keep them. I don't know if you can tell, but we keep Hot Wheels. I found a pink moleskin notebook. That's just for me. And I found this old vintage fabrics. I have had some luck selling fabrics on eBay. It all depends what people are looking for. But I just thought that these are really cool. Even if they aren't vintage, they're like vintage style. And I love that kind of aesthetic. So I had to pick them up. Today I have to go to the post office. I have 2 packages today. Just 2. Hopefully we have more tomorrow. I'm not sure what happened to the audio here, but Brody and I went to a tent sale and we found some stuff. I found this wine savoring experience, brand new, unopened in the box. The box was open, but the product wasn't. I found this CO2 canister completely full. I found this Darth Vader chip and dip tray, a Duluth bag, messenger bag. It was very nice. I found a Bagalini that I posted, and this is where I introduced my daughter Brody and showed you how cute she was. I found an Eddie Bauer diaper bag, Dallas Cowboys embossed sweatshirt. Sorry, Eagles fans. This was really fun. I'm really looking forward to continuing this channel. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time.